We need to talk about the Idubbbz situation. Have you guys heard about the Idubbbz situation? This is huge. What's up, engineers? Sorry I'm late to this one. I was sick. But now that I'm normal, I'd like to talk about the Idubbbz apology video. Ian posted this video about 10 days ago, even though it feels like it's been like 3 weeks because nobody really cares anymore. But I don't care. I'm talking about it anyway. I used to be a fan of old Idubbbz, and I was also very ignorant while I watched that content as well. And as someone who was de-radicalized, I think this video that Ian put out is pretty important. The perspective of someone who participated in right-wing radicalization and racism on the internet having changed over time is a really good example to set. Being responsible and owning up to the things that you've said in the past and being very specific about it. I don't know, I think this video is great. Part of me does definitely feel bad for Ian for having to deal with a fan base that is constantly harassing him, but the person I feel the worst for is Anissa. Anissa didn't even do anything. She married my favorite YouTuber and I'm gonna burn a hospital to the ground. What did she even do? I think so much of people rejecting Ian changing as a person comes with the fact that they can't acknowledge that they used to be cringe. Ian used to be cringe, and so did you, and so did I. But some people are still convinced that they're right. Some people are still cringe, and most of them are really fucking mad about this video. On his Rumble stream with 7 viewers, Leafy is here reacted to the video.
Alright, what's going on?
Oh my god, dude, get a fucking real microphone. God damn.
For a while, I felt like...
Leafy, why can't we see your face, buddy? What's up? My theory is that Leafy's completely bald now, and there's only one way to prove me wrong.
I'm starting to realize that that is a very weak and passive way to, you know, run my channel and live my life. So I think...
Dude, what the fuck happened to this guy?
Wow, what incredible commentary, Leafy. You'll notice, and keep this in mind, none of these fucking loser commentary wannabe bozos ever actually engage with the things that he says. Man, you know, this guy really fell off. How? Leafy's Rumble account has 15,000 followers.
What is his hair, dude? What is the mustache? What is the tattoos?
Oh, that's interesting. Leafy, turn your webcam on.
It's like straight up a different person, dude.
It's been 7 years. I don't have to censor the chat, but it's all the N-word and the F-word. So that's cool.
People are saying soy. Dude, I don't think soy could do this to someone, dude. It might, dude, there might be something else involved.
Leafy, glass houses, buddy. Bald heads. The guy to cast the first stone is the guy that's probably bald.
This is the strangest video of all time. He just starts it off and he's ready to apologize, dude.
Yeah, it's an apology video. Do you know what that is?
The boxing live, it didn't work out, and dude, he's done.
He's done. They're doing it again. They're doing it every year. It's a thing now. What do you mean?
Does he apologize to me?
Hell no. Leafy deserved everything he said about him. This guy's done. This guy's done with my 16,000 Rumble followers. This guy's done with my 500 likes on my stream. Ooh, 8,000 views. 800 views. This guy's done.
I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any...
What does morally grandstanding mean?
Most intelligent Ian hater.
He cried at his boxing speed. Dude, he did.
Listen, this guy's fucking boring. He doesn't know how to react. 800 view Andy. Listen, Leafy, turn your camera on and maybe you'd be worth making a video about so I could talk about your bald head. Nice comeback, Idubbbz.
You are hanging out with a guy who doesn't think women are people. Big, gross dude. He's big and he's gross. Anissa is just trying to exist. She has been the target of a lot of hate. It seems really fucking sexist. I don't think Froggy respects sex workers. Some really old, tired opinions about people who do sex work. Why would we want you at our event? If you're just gonna blatantly disrespect sex workers, that's not acceptable.
From ending Leafy and Ricegum's career to defending his village bicycle of a wife. I love that he pulled the blank just wants to exist card. So are any of these guys like talking about like what he said? Imagine respecting sex workers. Okay, then you're just a bad person. That's fine. Froggy is running a charity on Twitter right now to raise awareness and cash for his friend's kid that has cancer. That's really cool to use your friend's kid that has cancer as a tool for internet beef. That's a normal thing to do, actually. Listen, now we're getting to the real stuff. Sensitive Society, who never responded to me, by the way. He's scared of me. He's just simply frightened.
Not saying people cannot change or grow. That's completely fine. Everyone does it. But that doesn't mean I'm leaving everyone behind who's made me who I am right now.
What? Oh my god. I always think it's so funny when dudes like this accidentally let it slip how they really feel. It's fine to grow and change, but I wouldn't leave behind the people who made me who I am, the people who love me so much. I wouldn't leave them behind. I would kiss them, actually. I would give them all of the views and subscribers, and I would kiss them on the mouth. Like, dude, I'm sorry you feel left behind by your favorite content creator, but it's weird to feel that way. And as a creator, spreading this kind of parasocial rhetoric and allowing it to be okay on your channel is not only irresponsible, but it's probably gonna bite you in the ass one day.
They're criticizing you because you sound like you've been kidnapped by ISIS and you have 20 shotguns aimed at your face, and if you don't apologize right...
How many? 20? 20 shotguns? See, it wasn't funny until I heard how many there were.
You know, some of the videos I've made have been very, not edgy. I don't think they you know, some...
How long does this fucker go without talking? Oh my god. Make the video, man. Just make the video. It's not that hard.
I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that.
The way Idubbbz is talking about this is like if you went to Africa, brought like 10, 15 little boys to America, and Idubbbz made those people slaves and fed him nothing but beans and water. They didn't even call him by the name. They just called him by the N-word. Hey, N-word. What's up, my N-word? How are you almost 33 years old and you think making YouTube videos did harm to the world?
This guy's just not funny. It's crazy. He does this thing because he has no confidence in his humor where he like keeps adding things on. It's like if he went to Africa and took slaves and made them do his bidding and called them the N-word, and it's like, okay, man, where's your idea going? You clearly didn't have an idea when you started opening your mouth. I don't know if you've ever talked to someone like that in real life, but it's really annoying. Maybe that's why I don't like this guy.
I think all types of comedy should be able to go as long as it's meant to be funny. You just can't say, oh, look at those crackers without making some punchline, some joke.
First of all, yes, you can. That would be awesome if someone who was funny said that.
Idubbbz is acting like if he sent his fans to fucking Vietnam in 1965. Idubbbz, you're delusional.
What? This dude is just mad. This little guy, he just gets so mad and heated and then he just says whatever.
What's up with people being so fucking serious nowadays? You can't joke about anything, guys. God forbid you say something edgy. This is straight up bitch pussy whip behavior.
He said that N-word like loud at someone. I like Ian, but that's not a defensible thing. You can't be like, see, it's meant to be funny though.
You just made YouTube videos. It's not that serious.
He made videos that weird, sick freaks like Sensitive Society praised and took so seriously and held him on such a pedestal. That's why this video is even able to exist, is because people took his content to such a weird, unhealthy extreme. And now they're so mad that this person that they let define them is now going against the things that they thought he stood for. You can't have that reaction if you don't already worship him in like a weird way. Parasocial, it's creepy, gotta stop now.
Specifically our content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on.
All right, Sensitive Society is just not talking anymore, so I guess I'll start talking. This is actually, to me, the most interesting part of Ian's video. I think this is a good reflection of the commentary genre as a whole. Who is Ian to make a video about Jinx Reload? Do you guys remember that? That's the first content cop.
We've all made content that we're not very proud of. Maybe it was a cringy Gangnam Style video from back in the day. Possibly a Slenderman video that you look back and say, ooh, that was pretty gay of me. There are many content creators out there who don't receive any negative feedback, and they receive nothing but thumb ups and positive comments saying, LMFAO, do more, please.
See, this is, I think, what Ian was talking about in this part of the video. This is morally grandstanding. This is being mad at a channel for existing and doing well because you don't approve of it. That's exactly what guys like Sensitive Society and Leafy is Here and all these fucking weirdos do. And they do not like that that got pointed out to them. They're having a goddamn meltdown. The fact that people like this video so much is very confusing to me because I will be honest, and I have told Ian this in person, this video is bad. This video sucks. I mean, number one, the video just looks like shit. The camera looks fucking greasy. There's no lighting. In less than 2 minutes in, Ian's already given up on being the content cop. Wasn't that what the video was about? He's just not dressed as a cop anymore. So I guess whatever.
Oh, apparently you get YouTube famous by promoting your shitty t-shirt in the first 5 seconds of the video.
Old Ian refuses to point out any of the things actually wrong with Jinx's video, because a lot of these issues are also prevalent in Ian's video. The audio looks like shit. The video looks like shit. Neither of you are really saying anything of substance.
He thinks he's outdoing his competition because he has a different backdrop every 4 videos. Don't misunderstand me now, I'm not talking about his bedroom. That all stays the same. What I'm talking about are bucket hats.
That's not even a backdrop.
This is the secret formula to maintaining a positive like-dislike ratio while producing terrible content.
What the hell does he have written behind him in the back there, where he needs to have a script with him for this video? He's not saying anything. He's not saying anything about the content. He's just saying, like, man, he has a different bucket hat in every video. Okay.
Basically, reaction channels can do anything they want, and people are going to come see, you know, their personality or their reaction to things.
I really like the subtext there. They're coming to see the personality or the reactions to things. They're not coming to see the video at all. Pfft. No, that's not even part of the puzzle.
So it's bad to watch the videos in their entirety, but it's also bad to insert your personality into it because people are only really there for the original video. See how this doesn't really make a lot of sense? This video is bad. And yet look at the comments. This is one of the funniest videos on YouTube. It is certainly not. Why he deleted this, man. This was my favorite one. Sad. Anyway, back to sensitive society.
But it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave, and it's not.
Back when Idubbbz was relevant and he was really popping, I must have been 17-ish. I was in high school. But this whole response and the way he's acting is like, no, when I was 16, 17, even 18, right? And I was watching Idubbbz and him saying the N-word and saying I'm gay and all of that crazy shit. That never quote-unquote radicalized me or made me want to go and say the N-word.
It didn't indoctrinate me. It made me, 7 years later make a video about how it's okay to do those things, but I'm not indoctrinated.
Okay, maybe go to KFC, see a black person and say, yo, what's up, my N-word?
The fact that you even think about stuff like that is fucking weird, man.
Most of us just saw it as, hey, that's funny.
It's indoctrinating you to think it's funny. You think it's okay because you think it's funny, and it's not funny.
This guy looks like he's been kidnapped by the cartel, by the Mexican cartel.
Okay, another Mexican cartel joke. This guy loves making Mexican cartel jokes because he's Mexican. This guy should be the arbiter on what's funny and not funny. Also, you can't just keep making that joke because it's just not true. Ian looks way better than he used to.
And once again, I heard him say the N-word and never made me want to go out and say it to anyone else.
Just made me want to defend it on the internet constantly and never shut the fuck up about it. The Quartering also made a video about the Idubbbz situation. He starts the video looking terrified. To me, it's because he's scared of me.
Idubbbz represented a extraordinarily important time of YouTube. It was a time of rapid growth. It was a time of edginess, humor, free, as close to free speech as YouTube ever got. You had white guys, saying the N-word nonstop in videos.
And that's free speech, baby. That's freedom.
There are several things he says in this video that are lies and copes. The idea that he's like Ethan Klein. He's on the exact same arc as Ethan Klein, essentially, where they know that this old content will follow them around forever. They made millions of dollars doing this.
Oh my God, dude. He doesn't even watch the video in this video. He just talks about it. What an awful guy. All these guys that are really mad about this, a lot of subscribers, not a lot of views though. 1.25 million, 113K. Ooh, only 5K likes too. Kavos, not exactly a hit on that one, huh? The End of Idubbbz by Jamari. Again, 1 million subscribers, 118K views. Man, maybe it's just like some sort of weird, creepy envy that you guys have.
I used to watch this guy all the time back in the day, back in like 2016, 2017. He would be confident, he would be funny, he would tell way better jokes than he does now. He would be all over the place when it comes to who he was going after, like Jake Paul, Tana Mojo. He was basically the mascot for edgy humor at one point.
Bro, get his fucking dick out of your mouth. This is gross. Do you see what I mean? These guys put Ian up on this pedestal almost to justify getting mad about it.
I remember this one day in high school. I was a freshman and I was at the lunch table with all my friends, and my friend told me, hey, Idubbbz dropped the Jake Paul content comp video, and we'd all watch it. He had that much of a pull.
Hey, guess what? You liking something at like 14 years old isn't a justification for it being good. Actually, it might mean that it's bad, actually. If you really haven't grown from when you were in high school to now, then maybe it's a fucking you problem.
I think it all changed when Anissa, who's now his wife, came into the picture.
Man, I wonder why he would think that.
At first, when she came into the picture, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Ian
At which point did you stop approving of her? Was it the 3rd date or the 4th date? The people who watch this channel must be really mean to not tell him how sad he sounds. To let him keep doing this, awful.
Ian's got a girl. Whatever. I didn't give a Then his content started to get more watered down.
Wait, 3 years ago is when you stopped liking his content? He and Anissa have been together a lot longer than that. I don't know if this guy knows what he's talking about.
Then his content got worse.
He made a video talking about anti-maskers, and that's when I drew the line.
His content got lower and lower and lower and lower, and boom! His wife made an OnlyFans.
Oh man, the worst thing that could ever happen.
If I were down bad enough to buy her OnlyFans, which I'd rather kill myself, we share her now.
That's a fucking hideous way to act and a really gross way to think about women. Yeah, man, you're definitely not the cringe, creepy weirdo here. Definitely not. I'm moving on. I don't want him anymore. Kavos smells like L in here.
Idubbbz has officially apologized for being Idubbbz.
There's a very particular kind of British commentary YouTuber. Do you know the ones that I'm talking about? They always have like the bright lights behind them and then they go, Idubbbz has recently just destroyed his career. Ethan Klein is a hypocrite. Philip DeFranco is now my stepdad. I've always found them a little annoying.
You guys are here for the juice and the grease.
You see that sentence Idubbbz just said?
Having said all that,
If Idubbbz didn't kick Froggy Fresh from the card, it would have just been good and had minimal association with Sam Hyde.
First of all, how do you know that?
Guy who became famous on the internet for telling people bullying was okay and being the ultimate edgelord.
Dick out of the mouth. This is YouTube. You can't show that stuff on camera.
All because Froggy trained with Sam Hyde.
Yeah, a Nazi. Bad to associate with at all. I don't know if you know about Nazis. You're from Britain. You don't know what freedom is. So the last video I want to watch is by someone named Diesel Patches.
So Idubbbz is married to a woman named Anus who has an OnlyFans, and I've actually gone over this topic before.
We already had a discussion about this, whether or not it was okay for my favorite YouTuber to have a wife with an OnlyFans.
I was also saying shit like he should dump her, and, just taking the situation too seriously.
Again, the situation. Still taking it too seriously. The fact that you care about this at all is really fucking weird.
You can tell Ian kind of lost his composure a bit. He's all fucking red-faced, and at one point in the video, he makes fun of a 15-year-old kid to defend his queen.
First of all, the crowd that is defending saying the N-word is mad about someone pointing out a 15-year-old's looks. I think that 15-year-old deserved it. He never should have brought up Ian's wife. That's fucking weird.
After that, the once invincible Idubbbz started losing respect from his fans.
The once invincible Idubbbz is a family-friendly site. You can't be slobbering on him like that.
And while this is happening, Ian's content, at least in my opinion, just takes a huge downturn. He was known as someone who would push the boundaries, and now that he doesn't do that anymore.
What does morally grandstanding mean?
Push boundaries how? We watched the Content Cop. It sucked. Even by 2014 or whenever that came out standards, that video's ass. Fucking pushing boundaries, my ass. You just said the N-word in public. Get over yourself.
And now that he doesn't do that anymore, there's not really anything else there to replace that same level of humor.
See, this is a huge self-report, because when you're really stupid, your sense of humor reflects how much you know about the world. And Diesel Patches is really, really stupid. So he doesn't have any other kind of comedy to cling on to other than things that jump out at you for shock value. It's like jingling keys in front of a baby. It's whatever though. You're just kind of stupid. Anyway, all those guys are big pieces of shit. Those are the people mad about the Idubbbz situation. Pick your side. I find it really funny that they all simultaneously think Idubbbz is the greatest creator ever and the worst man of all time. And it's all because of Anissa. If I were them, maybe I would probably stop talking so much about YouTubers and thinking about YouTubers and their wives and stuff, because I think that's weird to do. And I think you're a bad person if you make videos about that. Anyway, press subscribe if you want. Okay, bye.